um, I had been involved a little bit by using the products. I had Mel Livermore and Adam run a few masterclasses for my friends and my circle, and we loved it. I was terrible, absolutely terrible at makeup application. I've done this in the car on the way here. I feel pretty proud. Um, and now I am loving this business. So in December, there was a change in circumstances in my life. And I decided Nutrimedics was where I needed to go, and I needed to step things up and to actually start running this as a business and earning some money from it. And I sure as hell have, which is really good. So yeah, it's been 12 months. The first month I think it was New Year's Eve, we smashed out to ESM. I think we had Mel messaging, Adam message, Louise messaging, and we did it. We made it all the way to the end. So I guess you just got to find when the time is right for you, and then, what do you want to achieve from it? And then boom. So I just wrote down my top 4 things that I love about Nutrimedics. First thing is how much I've learnt. So I've learnt about the skincare, I've learnt about makeup. I mean, skincare in particular, I'm getting so many compliments on my skin, which is fantastic. It's such a lovely feeling. And also, I used to call it hyaluronic acid, and it's not. It's hyaluronic acid. So I'm learning every single day, which is really good. Also, makeup. Friends and family knew that I only knew the basics. I would just put a bit of blush on, I put some lip gloss on, maybe some mascara. Never see me with eyeshadow because I would blunder that up every single time. And today I've even used our shimmer stick. So I was really excited because I love how easy that is to apply. So I've learned all about the ingredients. I've learned about routines. And I feel that I've grown heaps personally and professionally because of it. So facials, masterclasses, in-house bookings. In-house bookings is what I am uh, used to, I guess, from my past direct selling businesses. I used to be with Tupperware, and in-house bookings were all our thing. Like that was exactly how we knew we'd meet new people and we'd make the most money sharing the product to the bulk amount of people. So now I'm into doing facials, and the way I got into doing facials, I had an appointment with Taz, who is absolutely amazing, and she talked me through the
She want
whole
to pay real cool before
process.
she got the job.
Talk me through the whole
She's on
process.
someone's list.
They've released some photos of
Adam Buchner,
I've
could
seen
you
one.
mute, please, darling? Thank you.
Yeah, so I learned how to do facials, put it out there in the community. I think in the first 8 days, I did 51 facials. I called them express facials because I just wanted to meet people, wanted to give them a taste of the products, not give them a detailed deluxe facial, as you would call it. And from that, I ended up getting a few people joined and a few people bookings, but I've got some regular customers out of that, which is fantastic, that constantly purchase the platinum product because they absolutely loved it. And yeah, I've got a couple of these. I've even got one lady, she was in hospital. I'll try not to drag on, but she was in hospital for 6 weeks unexpectedly. And she said to me she got her son to go home and get her Nutrimetics Platinum set, bring it to the hospital, and sent me a photo. And, she said, my skin is feeling amazing. I'm not going to slacken off and let it lag. So it was really beautiful she said that was her positive of the day, that, she could get up and go and do her skincare routine, even though she was in hospital. So that made me feel good as well. Then there was the master classes. So I've actually just been doing in-house bookings as if they're a masterclass. So makeup class, I haven't started running the proper masterclasses. I have watched heaps of Adam's masterclasses and can pretty much mimic word for word when he starts talking, which is really good. So, but I got to find my own vibe and make it my routine, which I will do in the new year. So I'm pretty excited to be doing that. The in-house bookings I find fun as well, but most fun for me because that is what I'm most comfortable with, I guess. So you find where your niche is and what you're comfortable doing, and then really delve into that. But don't be afraid to step outside of your comfort zone. I have dramatically over the last 12 months, and it really has paid off for me. And with the in-house bookings, sometimes I just have them at my house if they say they have a small lounge room or they don't have any area. I've got a massive area in our entertaining area and also in our kitchen. It's a 12-seater table, so I'll just ask them if they'd like. They can bring their friends over. And I'll just do it at my place if they're local, or we'll do it online. But I find if you can do it on in-house, you're going to get a better result than doing it online. The other thing I do as well with my hosts, if they don't currently use the product, then I will send them some samples for about 2 or 3 days worth prior to the in-house or their online and just get them to use it. So I've got their testimonial in their actual own party because, I could say this pen is magic. You should buy this pen, but you don't know me, why would you buy that pen? But if your friend picks up the pen and goes, oh my God, I've been using this pen and it's magic, everyone will want to buy that pen. So you want the host doing the work for you and you want the host that's bragging about the products, and that's how you're going to get the sales, I feel anyway. So then it was about the people. That was the second top thing that I love about Nutrimetics. The connections, the friendships, the leaders that I get to work with. I went to my very first SD Plus meeting last week and it was absolutely fantastic. There was a lot of really intelligent people there that had some really great ideas and insight. At first I thought I was going to be really quiet and just listen, but they made me feel very comfortable enough that I was able to speak up and provide my own thoughts and ideas, which I really loved. So the community is very uplifting. You just have so much support, and it's not just support from people in your own upline, but all over the place. Like I've had people contacting me and say, hey, that's a great post, but have you tried this? Or, where did you get those? I did some Christmas hampers. Where did you get those boxes from? So that was really nice that people actually liked my ideas. So yeah, the community is absolutely beautiful, and I love every part of working with people. I think because I do work from home, I love helping people develop because I get that satisfaction from it. So when there is an in-house, I rush to anything like that. I've got some people that go, oh no, I just love doing online. But you're just going to get a different response standing in front of people and them touching the product and hearing you and seeing you than just somebody sitting across from a monitor. And that's exactly the result we got as well when, a lot of my team went to conference, and that gave us a really big push. And that's what's driven us to get to the sales director to be. And now we have just completed 3 months of the sales director run. So one more month. This is our last month, fingers crossed, that we can make it. And then we will have qualified, which is really good. I really don't know what that means, but we will be sales directors. The other thing that I really love about the business is the rewards. So the recognitions, the incentives, the bonuses, the hampers that just seem to rock up at my door, so many gifts. So the hard work really does equal the rewards in this business. Like it is just amazing. That's the thoughtfulness of flowers, and you don't expect it either. But even my team as consultants, group leaders, which doesn't really take much to get to that stage. I think it's quite easy with Nutrimetics, and those people and getting their star box and their surprise one, that $500 and $1,000 BV level, they're just always commenting on how amazing it is and how rewarding it is and how much they receive. And they sponsor in their first 60 days and get all those rewards, and then that pack that they can buy. The packs they can buy in their first 60 days. There's just so much there for us and our consultants that it's a big win for me with this company anyway. The opportunity and the travel is another thing that I really love. Flexibility to build it your way. And amazing trips and the incentives that motivate you to keep going. Like I said, I started December and then I got to go to Singapore in March. And then I got to go to Borneo in September, and now I'm going to Bintan in March. So, that is really exciting for me and my husband. We absolutely love to travel, and we just did Japan in October. And if we can go anywhere for free, well, that's even better than having to pay for it, obviously. And it was just really lovely to actually meet people that you've seen behind the cameras. So, and we love to get around and see as much as we can. I mean, we're in Melbourne at the moment. We've come for a festival, can still work wherever you are, which is another great thing about this business. While we were in Japan, I allocated a few hours each day and still did some work. My team is so supportive. They're absolutely fabulous. They'll jump on and help each other, which is really good. So I actually have a trainer's background. And when somebody used to ask a question, well, the saying, um, give a man a fish, feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, feed him for life. So you just got to teach and guide them how to find that information for themselves. And it's been great to see that portrayed in my team as well. Someone will ask a question and they'll say, did you ask Winky AI, or did you go and have a look in our folders on our team page, or have you gone to the resources section? So it's really good that they're actually learning the same philosophy and teaching each other in the same way. So it's good. My top 4 keys to success. You want me to keep going, Louise? Yep. Okay. So discipline is a big one for me. So show up even when you don't feel like it, because consistency is your superpower. So I did spend a lot of time in April in hospital. I had some surgery and I just kept working whilst I was in hospital. And then once I got home, I was on bed rest for 2 weeks. Those that know me know that near killed me. I cannot be on bed rest. I'm not a person that can be tied down. So having a business that you can do from your phone was amazing. My husband set everything up by my bed, so I could even use my walker to get I had some surgery, so I couldn't walk properly. So I had my walker to go over to the bathroom and do a quick facial to myself and show people that doesn't matter how you're feeling, you could still take care of yourself and still run your business. I had people join that month because they said it inspired them to see that no matter where I was, no matter what condition I was in, I was still able to look after my team and my customers. So that was a win. And the other thing about discipline as well is when you're at home, there's nobody to watch you, nobody to say you have to work, nobody that's checking up on you. So you need that discipline. And for me, I have a to-do list and I make sure every day I rewrite that to-do list. Whatever I've crossed off from the day before, that's fabulous. But I just create a new one for the next day and I put it in order of priority and just cross them out as I achieve them. Somebody said to me once, oh, you can, put it on a computer and you can delete it. But I actually like to see at the end of the day what I've achieved. So I love pen and paper. I love to be able to just cross it off and to be able to see exactly what I've done for that day or that week. Drive is another one for me. So have your goals and make sure that they're goals that excite you. Like don't have, oh, I'm going to do 5 facials this week, if that's not something that excites you. But I have absolutely loved doing the facials because I've loved seeing people like get up and go, oh my God, look at my skin. I had one lady and she came in, it took 5 wet wipes to get all the foundation off her face. It was caked on that thick. And now she sends me photos and messages saying, I went to work today and I didn't wear foundation. So she is that comfortable in her skin 4 months later, which is it's really beautiful feeling that you had a part to do with that. I didn't invent Nutrimetics, I didn't design or make it, but I've contributed to her confidence by helping put that in her hands as well. Determination. So you've got to push through oh, hang on, we're still on drive. Think of things that excite you. So I was talking about weekly, monthly, yearly, because energy will attract your success. Every time you achieve something, that will drive you even further to get to the next level or the next goal that you have set yourself. And even with your team, like one of my consultants hit group leader and she said she was so excited. Oh, I'll give it a few months and then I'll go for senior group leader. And I was like, no, you've just hit group leader. The drive is there. Let's go. Let's get senior group leader this month. Oh, I don't think I can do it. It's that self-doubt. You just got to kick that. And at conference, we learned about Kevin. Kick Kevin to the curb. He doesn't need to be around. So I just said to her, I think you can do this. Let's just try it. You got no harm in trying. And she did it. So she was really proud of herself. I was really proud of her. Team was cheering her on. That's extra income for herself. It's another reward that she's received and just the satisfaction that it's given her as well. Then there's determination, pushing through the doubts, like I said, the quiet weeks, the moments you question yourself and just keeping going. Because there does come those times when you're like, oh my gosh, can I really do this? Last month, in the last week, we had to do 29,000. The month before, in the last week, we had to do 25,000. So, and we did it. So I knew that we could, and I kept driving the team saying, we will get this because I want it and you want it. And then the team were like, we've got to get this. So they were just encouraging each other, which is really good for me. So they're beautiful. So direction, have a plan of where you're going and how you're going to get there. And a business without direction is just a hobby. I was taught that many, many years ago when I first started with direct selling, and I continue to believe that. So this is not a hobby for me. This is how I provide for myself and my family. My daughter and I are planning a trip to Europe next year. I've been dreaming of going to Europe for about 20, 25 years. So to actually be able to make that happen and to make it happen with just my daughter is really beautiful for me. So I need to work hard and I need to start saving. So that means I need to earn more so that I can make that happen for her and I. Daily planning for December and January. So December and January are golden months. People are shopping, they're gifting, they're looking for side incomes. They've spent a lot of money for Christmas, so they need more money, or they know they're going to spend a lot of money. They've got holidays coming up. So this is the time when you really need to get down and get some work actually happening, get those parties in, get the bookings, get the masterclasses, get your facials. People are on holidays, so people have breaks and have the opportunity to be able to attend those things. A lot of people say, oh, the kids are on holidays. Bring the kids. I don't really care. I'll put them in the backyard on the swings and say, come on in, enjoy your facials. Or I've set up a table before and just put kids with some coloring in books and pencils and just let them do their own thing, Play-Doh, and they just don't disturb anyone. They're pretty good that way. So just find what works for you. Hold the event in a park. Like, it doesn't have to be at somebody's house. It can be at the local park. Book some feel-good events, pamper parties, skincare, refreshers, makeup classes, grab and go gift pickups. So, you can have some things already made up, ready to go for them to be able to select. I made up some Christmas hampers. I just got the boxes from Temu. They were absolutely fantastic. I thought they would be really cheap-ass quality, but they weren't. They were really, really good. And they were something like $2.50 a box. And I just put some hampers together, took photos of them and shared them on my page. One real estate agent put their hands up and purchased 10 of them to give to their staff, which was really good. Another school purchased 5 for their admin staff. So, just got to think of outside the box and where do people actually need to have the convenience of what you're offering. There's a lot of people out there that want to give teachers gifts and they don't want to have to cellophane it. They don't want to have to put the ribbon on it. And you can do all that for them and say, pick it up and it's ready to go. So that's just another idea that I have been using. I also use a physical diary. I know a lot of people don't. I still put the information into my phone calendar, so I do double up. And I have had a lot of critics when it comes to doing that. I don't care. I do me, you do you. But I love to be able to see at a glance what I have on. And when I'm sitting with someone at a party and I'm going to book it in, I've actually color coded what I cross out in my diary. So if it's a personal event, it's in one color. And if it's a facial or a masterclass or whatever it might be, then it's in a different color. But I never tell them, oh, I'm going to a weekend in Melbourne for a festival. No, I say I'm booked out so that they can see the urgency of booking an appointment in with me, because my diary fills out quite quickly and they don't need to know what's personal and what's business. It's just booked out. It does create a sense of urgency as well. So you want to map out when you're going to do your posts, when you're going to do your demos, when your weekly customer check-ins are going to be, because customer service is really important in our line of business. We all sell exactly the same product. for exactly the same price. So the only difference is the service that you provide. So if somebody orders something, I like to be in contact with them. I've created these little palm cards just using Winky and ChatGPT, where I'll send it to them and say, this is how you use this product. Because let's face it, nobody looks at that little bit of information on the box that says directions. I am 51 now. I need to use glasses and I'm not pulling them out to read how to use something. So I just provide them with just some little cards. I send it to them via photo and say, here you go, rip into some of these because it'll tell you exactly how to use it. So make it nice and easy for them. Team connection points, I plot that into my calendar as well because I want to make sure that I am checking in with my leaders, with my consultants, with my future leaders, not just my customers because they're just as important. And like I said, keep your diary visible. And if you have non-negotiable, if you have something with your family, then you need to plot that in there as well. Are you trying to say something, Louise? No, okay. The other thing as well that I love about Nutrimetics is the flexibility because back in the day when my children were younger, I never had the opportunity to go to any of their school events. I never had the opportunity to go and do lunch duty at the canteen or library duty or anything like that. I always missed out because I had an exec role at work, and that meant I had to be in the office every time, like all the time. It was a corporate role. I had to go away a lot, and so I missed out on a lot of things for my kids. Now, since I've been doing direct selling, I've had my son had his wisdom teeth out. I was able to be there in the waiting room, dropped him off, waited, and then picked him up, which really meant a lot to him, and it meant a lot to me. So it's just those little things that make a big difference in your life where you're able to be there and show up for them. And now that I've got a grandson, at the drop of a hat, I can say I'm available if you need me to watch him. And my daughter's moving back home this month, which is very exciting, and she'll be working from home. So I'm going to make sure she has the discipline to sit down and do her work as well. Yeah, there's so many. I just find it such a privilege to have that flexibility to be able to work from home or wherever you are. So what's my vision for 2026? Well, now's the time to think bigger than ever. So I need to ask myself, where do I want to be this time next year? And that's obviously higher. I am very driven. So I don't know what's after sales director, but I'm sure Louise and Adam and Mel will tell me, and then I will strive to get there. What title do I want? Well, I just answered that. What income do I want to be earning? More is best, I hear, not less. So sky's the limit. I hear about Adam and what he earns, and Louise was saying what she earns for her car. And, I want those luxuries as well. I want to be able to spoil my family with a holiday at the drop of a hat and, drive a nice car and own a nice house and have no debt. And help my kids to be debt free as well. So I'd love to be able to earn enough to be able to help my family. And how many people do I want to grow by? Well, that's a bit of a silly question because it's just unlimited. Sky's the limit. Every single person that I meet, I talk to them about the opportunity. I have a catalog in my bag. I have business cards in my bag, and I just take them everywhere with me. It doesn't matter where you're going. And I've trained my team to be the same. I had one of my consultants in Bali last week, and he was handing out business cards and catalogs to people in the streets, people that he met by the pool, because you just never know where they come from. They could be from New Zealand, they could be from Australia, or they could be from Greece. They could be our next consultant. So I was really proud of him doing the job that he obviously has been trained to do, which is great. So 2026 obviously is my runway. So I'm going to start planting the seed now so that I can fly through next year. What is my why? Louise asked me. For me, it's simple. It's the travel. I want to see places I've never seen and create memories with the people I love. And Nutrimetics has definitely given me that opportunity already a few times and more to come. So I want to continue that. The flexible hours, like I said, I love being able to choose when I work and designing my own week. Working from anywhere, like I said before, whether I'm home, traveling, I'm supporting my kids, my parents, and my grandson. It's really important for me to be able to support my parents. They live in Sydney. I live in Newcastle. It's about an hour 45 away. And I love to be able to just surprise them, just drive over and, do a bit of work on my way there by making calls, sit with them for a little bit, do a bit more work, stay the night, and then just drive home the next day, and they've really appreciated that since we've had our meetings in Sydney. I've been going and staying the night, watching movies, playing cards, and it's a lot that I haven't had the opportunity to do with them before in other roles. So that's a really big, important one for me as well. So when you know your why and when it's strong enough, the how actually becomes pretty easy. So once you know what you want. So Nutrimetics is obviously full of opportunity. It just needs you to be brave enough to say yes, to show up, and to believe that you deserve more. And that's exactly what I have done this year. You're here today because your future self is calling you to move forward. It's pretty tacky, but I believe it. So good luck, everyone. I look forward to seeing all of us succeed and all of us on future trips, especially those that are consultants. Don't think just because it's open to ESM above that you can't be there. You definitely can. Start planning from now and get yourself on there. Hopefully that was okay, Louise.
Oh, Belinda, that was more than okay. That was sensational. You have
Thank you.
given every one of us even more ideas of what to do. And Leanne Manariti is saying, thanks, Belinda.
My pleasure.
She is a fellow sales director, so that is so exciting. And thank you to every one of you that have come on. Let's do a little bit of a summary here, some takeaways that perhaps if you haven't had a chance to jot down, you might like to jot down. So Belinda really started from the beginning of getting some in-house bookings. So in-house bookings are from facials, and I know that Belinda asked family, friends, people in her phone, but she also went on the public community page. And that was how she was able to get so many bookings so quickly. She just went through them, like everyone that wanted to book, she booked them into her diary and just squeezed them in. And as she said, she did mini treatments. Now, chatting to Belinda over the last few months, I know, and I got this really good idea that instead of getting the bowl of water and your microfiber magic circles and using your cleanser and taking it all off and using your gentle eye makeup remover, she just used her makeup wipes. And so there was no other thing that she needed. She didn't need a bowl of water. She didn't need towels around in case she dripped the water over everyone. She just did. It was an express facial. Okay. So it was put down as that. So facials happened, and then through watching the trainings, and I tell you, Belinda was on everything. Now, I have found that she's a little bit MIA at the moment, missing in action, and she's totally allowed to be because she hasn't been on every training because she's been out there working, talking to her team, just doing everything that she needed to move, first of all, to executive sales manager and then move up to sales director. Oh, 1st of January, bring it on, Belinda Tonkin. New Year's Day.
Oh, not again.
You need to answer my phone call, darling, or I'll ring you at midnight on New Year's Eve. So she watched lots of makeup masterclasses. She's watched all the trainings. And Belinda, I don't know if you saw Lisa Hall on Monday night training, but she was exceptional. You did?
Definitely. I loved it. Loved it. My team was on as well. And they were all commenting in the chat. It was fantastic.
Oh, great. That is so good. Don't be afraid to step outside your comfort zone. Can I say that you don't grow in any business or grow within yourself by doing exactly the same things all the time? You grow by stepping out of your comfort zone. I remember I loved doing shop knocking, And actually, Adam and Rick's dad, Michael, said, why don't you go to all the girls in the shops and offer them a free facial? And I went, oh my gosh, I was so scared to ask anyone. And I just walked in. I would carry a Katie's shopping bag because I didn't want them to have any preconception about what I was asking them. And I'd say, hi, my name's Louise. I have a special promotion on at the moment. I'm offering a beautiful complimentary facial. It's a free facial just for you. And I'd love your feedback on the facial. You can come to my place or I can come to your place. At the time, I always did it at their own place. Now I invite people, I give people a choice. It's up to them. But I do prefer them to come to my place because it's more convenient for me. There's no travel. Everything's easy. Everything's set up. I do believe, and I know my knees were shaking. I know my knees were shaking the first time I ever did a workshop, a presentation. I know my knees were shaking the first makeup masterclass I ever did. That was learning makeup was so far out of my comfort zone. But I just loved your hints about sending 2 to 3 days beforehand samples and asking them to use those products so that they can chat about them, because you have a big table there and they can come and they can invite some people along as well. I just love it.
Louise, just one other thing that I did do as well is I have handed out a whole heap of vouchers to friends and family and any customers
Yes.
when they come, and it is just a voucher that says they're entitled to a free facial with
Yes.
me. And
Yes.
I've told my friends to actually gift
Hand
it
it
to people. So I had one girlfriend that took 10 and put it in her teacher's gifts packs.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been getting contacts from those as well to book in their free facials because they don't realize that they were for free. They think the person that gave it to them has purchased it from me,
Yes.
and then I'm
Right.
doing their facial. Yeah,
Yes.
so just another idea.
Yeah, I love it. Absolutely love it. Do you know, just in the next suburb to me, where my gorgeous executive sales manager, Debbie Constable, lives, they will do an express facial. It's an express microdermabrasion for $79.
Nice.
Okay. And when I go and have a facial, I usually pay $160, $180 for my
Easy.
facial. So
Yeah.
what we are giving away, I need you to make sure that you value your time and the effort that you've gone to learn about the products that you are using. All right. So I love the samples, and it's all about the people. And you are a people person. You do love chatting to people. You do love finding out about people. And I just think that in the beginning, I had to learn what could be a question I could ask them so I could find out a bit more about them and start a conversation. So it doesn't matter if you are really confident in that or you just starting at the beginning and learning what to do. That is great. The community is uplifting. I have to say, I just love the Nutrimedics community. Absolutely love it. I love that our colleagues are cheering for us, because you don't get that in a normal workplace very often. So
No.
absolutely love that. You love having people over because you work from home, definitely. And that conference gave you a really great push. And I want to invite everyone to conference for next year. Don't know exactly where it is. Have a pretty good idea that it's in August next year. Have a pretty good idea that it's in one of the most beautiful parts in Australia. That's all I can tell you. And if you share with Nutrimedics Corporate that I've told you that, I will totally do. Okay. Love the rewards and the recognition. And who isn't inspired by free gifts? Free gifts.
Crazy.
Absolutely love it. Love. And some of my best members of my team, they actually felt very uncomfortable with recognition but that's okay because that is part of growing as a person, part of growing. And now then they grew to really enjoy the fact that people gave them a clap for doing such a great job in what they were doing. You love travel. Now, Belinda, I've known you for 12 months. I know how much you love travel. And it is about finding your own hot button. It's about finding the hot button for the members of your team. And it tends to be a little bit of like attracts like. So if travel is your hot button, Belinda, you go out, you find everyone that loves free travel, 5-star travel, traveling with a group of friends, whatever it might be. Singapore in March, Borneo in September. Bintan will definitely be earned for March.
I
How
have.
amazing is that?
I
And
already earned it.
you've already earned it. Oh, Belinda, that
And for
is
Chris as well.
extraordinary.
Thanks.
Extraordinary. So, so good. And I think some of the other team members have already earned it too. Very,
Yep.
very proud of them. Great. We've all have got a background. Every single skill that you've ever done from the time in school, if you had your part-time job. Belinda, did you have a little part-time job while you were still in school?
I actually didn't. My parents wanted me to focus on my studies, but as soon as I
Right.
finished, I
Yes,
did get a job at Kmart actually,
at
and
Kmart.
yeah, and I was there. I'll tell you, I was there for 6 months as a
Yes,
checkout chick
yes.
before I got promoted to front desk supervisor, which was a 2-year traineeship that I missed and went straight into the position because
Yeah,
they could see that I was picking things up quite
you
quickly.
had.
So I've always set my mind to something and
Yes,
done what it takes to achieve it. So
yeah. That is fantastic.
yes,
So I believe that our first job out of school or any little part-time job that we did at school, from that time on, you are building skills and learning skills that will benefit you in our business, in our business.
correct.
Whether you had makeup training before or you didn't, whether you had customer training or you didn't, you are bringing, and in fact, as Imelda Roach, who started Nutrimedics in Australia, used to say, if you are sharing a household with anyone, then you have skills of managing the cleaning, the cooking, the washing. If you have children, you have managers, you become the best communication person in the world, and you can handle everything that's thrown at you, as far as I'm concerned. So love that. Love your keys to success, the discipline and the consistency that is just part of who you are, Belinda. That's at 51 years of age, what you've learned is that self-discipline and consistency equal results. You create a to-do list every day, and if something doesn't get done, it gets put on the next day's to-do list. I am a big believer, and I said this morning at the board meeting, it is absolutely proven that if you write things down with a pen and a piece of paper and not just pop them in your calendar on or type it into your computer, that you retain and you act on the list or the whatever it is that you've written, even learning what you've just learned, that you learn more of it. I have written pages and pages of all the things that you have said. So, because it will go into my brain that way, the best way. So, discipline, the second was drive, third was determination, and the fourth was direction. Have a plan. So, 4 of Belinda Tonkin's 4 Ds in success. And then, of course, the fifth one you added was daily planning, and that started with a D as well. So well done, sweetheart. Book some events. I sent an email to one of Adam's executive sales managers to say, would you like to do this baby show? And she wrote back within seconds, I would love to do a stand at the Baby Expo in Queensland. So that's the type of can-do attitude. Yes, I will do that really build success in this business. The real estate agents, the school teachers buying things, love it all. There's so much opportunity in the month of December. And then in January, Belinda, we always had, let's have a facial or let's have a pamper session, because thank goodness Christmas is over. And that's
Yeah.
January. So everyone, it was so funny. A girl said to me today, one of Adam's part-time workers' mums, and she said, "Oh, Louise, I am so busy." I said, "I understand it." I said, "I'm looking forward to Boxing Day." Mind you, I went to the beach today and yesterday because my gorgeous eldest son, Rick Buchner, is up here. So we did a beach day both days. So
Nice.
good. You love to see at a glance what you have in your diary. You created palm cards for your customers and your VIPs so they know what to do and what order to do in it. And you have a strong vision for 2026. Earn more money, go up the ladder, achieve more. What is the title? We'll answer those questions for you. I'll book you in with Adam Buchner, and you want to spoil your family. The sky's the limit, and you never know where people will come from. So just love so much of what you've shared today is a mixture of attitude and the actual work and how-tos that you do. Thank you so much for sharing, Belinda.
My pleasure.
Love everyone to put in, jump into January, and it is on Saturday. It's around 10th, 11th, 12th, whatever that date is for next year. It is 1 o'clock New South Wales time, I believe. So pop that in your diary, everyone. But thank you so much for joining us. Our last Creating a Bright Future for 2025. There's so much that you can achieve, and set yourself up for 2026, everyone, please. And we will be back with Creating a Bright Future in 2026. So watch out for your notifications. Thank you, everyone. Thanks so much. Love you, Belinda.
Thank you. Pleasure. Thanks, Louise.
Pleasure.
Bye.
See you, everyone. See
Bye.
you, Marty. See you, Sonia. See you, Leanne. See you, Nicole. Thanks, everyone. Laura and Joanne. Thanks for joining us. Cindy, thanks so much. Bye.